back to my channel, and if you are new here then hello and welcome. My name's Alexis and I post 4 videos a week on a Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday and Sunday at 7 AM. So if you love a variety channel like this one and you want to see more videos, then please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And now I'm going to share with you how I've made potpourri. As I just mentioned, today I'm going to be making potpourri. Potpourri is a natural air freshener. It was really big when I was a kid, but it always used to smell quite synthetic to me. I think they started to use a lot more chemicals when I was a child, and so everything smelled a bit synthetic and not as nice and natural. So my mum recently gave me a book called The Ultimate Book of Herbs, and in this book it has recipes for all sorts of different things that use herbs and essential oils, and one of them is potpourri. It uses it as a natural air freshener, and I thought I'd just give it a go today. This is the first time I've made it, so I thought while I was making it I'd share the recipe with you. To start this recipe, I have weighed and measured all of my ingredients, and I've got myself a large mixing bowl. It does say at the end of the recipe to store it in a glass jar for 2 weeks, so I will transfer it to the glass jar later on. But the things that I will need, I don't really have lying around the house. There are a few things I sort of had in the kitchen cupboards, but some of these I needed to order from the internet. So I needed to order rose petals, and I also needed to order allspice berries as well. The rose petals and the allspice berries weren't exactly cheap, but I thought I'm only going to try this and see how it goes, and then if I like making it, I might ask some of the neighbours. Some of the neighbours are quite good gardeners around here, and they have lovely roses in their garden. So I might ask them if when they prune their roses, if they can give me the petals, and then I'll just dry them out in the oven and see how that goes. But yes, so I've got all of the ingredients ready here, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the rose petals that I got into a bowl. Now it says in the original recipe 10 grams of rosebuds or petals, but it also says further down 10 grams of geranium leaves as well, and geranium leaves are a type of rose. So I've just done 20 grams of rose petals. When I looked online, geranium leaves were very expensive, so I just thought I'll use the rose petals instead. And then it also says to use 30 grams of dried lavender, which I'm just going to break up a bit. So this is lavender that I grew in the garden. I'm sure if you look, you will find it online. But I have actually grown this, and I dried this out last year, and it still smells of lavender. It's lovely, I have to say. So I'm going to add that to the bowl. And then it says that it has 2 tablespoons of whole cloves. And I did have a lot of whole cloves in my cupboard, but we've had a big, we grew a lot of apples this year, so we had a big harvest of apples, and I've used all my cloves cooking, stewing the apples. So I have only got 1 tablespoon of whole cloves. It does say crushed as well, and there were some crushed in there as well, so that's good. It was the last of them in the bottom of the jar. And then it also says to use 1 tablespoon of, I can't find it, whole allspice as well. And these are whole allspice berries, so I'm just going to add that in as well. And then it also says to use, I think it's 3 cinnamon sticks, 3 to 5 cinnamon sticks, and you have to break them up. So I did that earlier. I just broke them with my hands basically, and I'm just going to add that to the bowl as well. And then it says to use orris root powder. Orris root powder is a powder that will soak up the essential oils, but I had a little look online, because when I went online it was quite expensive, and I didn't want to spend a fortune on making this, and somebody had recommended different things to use apart from orris root powder. I think that's how you say it, I'm not sure. they recommended using cinnamon sticks, and they also recommended using chamomile flowers, and I just recently bought myself some chamomile flowers to make chamomile tea with, so I thought I would add the chamomile flowers as well as the cinnamon sticks. So I'm just going to add that in as well. So I'm just going to do that. And then it also says to use 1 orange peel that you basically dry out in the oven and then cut into strips. So I tried this earlier. I did burn the orange peel a little bit in the oven. I think the oven might have been slightly too high, but I cooked, so I peeled an orange and I just put it into a baking tray, and I cooked it for about 30 minutes on 200 degrees, but I think that might have been slightly too high. I think it might need a less heat and more time maybe. So I will experiment with that as I go along. But yeah, and then it says to cut it into strips. So I tried to cut it into the best strips I could, but it was all kind of broken up anyway. And I thought it's going in here, so who's gonna know? So I'm just gonna mix all of these ingredients together now, like so. And then it says to add some essential oils. So it says to add lavender oil, and I don't have any lavender oil. Rose, it says to add rose as well. So I have some rose here, rose geranium, which smells like Turkish delight, I have to say. So I'm just going to add about, it says half a teaspoon, so I'm just going to judge it and add that much. And I'm just going to go and see if I can find my lavender oil now as well. I found the lavender oil, and I've also got my jar funnel for when I need to transfer the potpourri into the glass jar. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add about 6 drops of lavender oil to the potpourri. If it will come out, hopefully it will. When these get to the end, they're always a bit awkward, I have to say, but I'm hoping you'll come out soon. Yes. So, are you going to come out? Hold on, I've got a plan. I removed the stopper, I suppose you'd call that, and I'm just going to tip some onto the spoon. So I'm just going to probably do about half a teaspoon, I'd say, and then again I'm going to mix that all in like so. Oh, that smells so nice, I have to say. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to transfer this from the bowl to the glass jar. I don't know if this is all going to fit in here. I'm hoping it will, but I do have a couple of other glass jars that I can use as well. So once I've transferred this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to store it for a couple of weeks in a cool, dark place. That's what the book recommends to do. And then hopefully that will help it to mature, and you'll get some lovely smelling potpourri. But doesn't that look really pretty as well? I really like that. I'm really pleased. So yes, I'm off to store this for a couple of weeks. The potpourri has finished maturing. It was in a cold, dark place for about 2 weeks, and I'm just going to open it. Oh, that smells so nice. Oh, it's really fresh, and it smells a bit like Turkish delight. I can smell the rose in there, and I can definitely smell the lavender and the chamomile as well. So yeah, that's lovely. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to distribute this evenly around the house. So I've got some little bowls here. Now in the book it said to use bowls and to put the potpourri into small bowls and just put them in different rooms. So firstly I'm going to use this bowl, and I'm going to put this into our downstairs loo. Our downstairs loo doesn't have any windows. It does have a fan, so it's not too bad if somebody goes in there and does something. Sorry if you're eating your dinner. Yes, so anyway, but it does tend to smell a bit mouldy at times, especially when we've been away on holiday, so I thought putting this in there might be quite nice. And I'm also going to do one for the hallway as well. Again, not that the hallway actually has a window, and not that it smells, but it's just nice to come home to something that smells really lovely, isn't it? So I thought I'd put one in the hallway, and I'm going to put one in our living room as well. So I'm just going to put some potpourri in that bowl as well. And then I bought these little cloth bags as well. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some of the potpourri into the cloth bag. Oh, if I don't spill it all over myself. I'm always doing that. I'm going to put some of this into here, and I'm going to put these into the pillows in our living room and upstairs in our bedrooms as well. So the pillows that sit on our sofas, I'm going to put a few of these into, I think I might only do 2 for now and see how that is. So I'm going to put 2 in the front pillows, and then, or the cushions, sorry, and then I'm going to go upstairs, and I'm also going to put some of this into my son's cushions as well, and into my son's pillows, sorry, and also into our bedroom pillows as well. My homeopath said to put some of this into Ted's pillow. She said actually to use lavender and chamomile, and that might help him to sleep a little better. Sometimes in the night he has a tendency to wake up, and he'll put his light on, which will wake us up as well. So I'm trying to find ways of helping him to sleep a little better, and the homeopath recommended this, and this is quite a calming, soothing smell as well, so I thought this would be nice. So yes, I'm off to do that now. That's how you make my potpourri, and that recipe I will link in the description box below for you. I'm off to scatter this around my home now, as it smells so good. I'm hoping it will help the house to smell really nice as well. So for now, that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to give me a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and please feel free to leave any comments below. And please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. See you all soon. Bye.